Hi, my name is Margaret Johnson, and this is my video submission for the school social worker position. What always drew me to social work is just wanting to help people and to work with children. When I was younger, my sister had kids at a young age, and my family helped her out in childcare, financially, and just emotional support. I learned at a young age how important it is to be there for family and how successful people can be when they have that support. Through my work in social work and over the past 20 years, I have realized that it's very difficult to be successful if you don't have that support in that family system. So I feel that it's just always been a part of my life, helping family and helping children. I also recognize that I had a very blessed childhood, and a lot of children don't always have that. And I've always felt this desire to want to show children that they can be successful and that they can have good childhoods as well, even if they're not in the best of circumstances. So I feel like being a social worker is just something that I've always wanted to do. In my role as a school social worker, I see my primary responsibilities as being an advocate for students and for families, to help bridge the gap and to be a liaison between the school and the family to accomplish the goals. I feel that I'm able to develop rapport very quickly and very easily, and I'm comfortable speaking with families, and I'll be able to get to know them very well and find out what their goals are and what their concerns are, and I will be able to collaborate with the team and presenting that information to them, and then working together with the group to be able to develop a successful plan that everyone can agree with. I think it's important to be a school resource, a resource for the entire school, not just the special education staff, but for all the staff, to be able to provide consultation for them, to be able to staff cases and review options, to provide that early intervention support, to try to determine what some of the conflicts are, what some of the problems are, maybe even some of the causes of some of the attention deficits or difficulties kids are having in class. I'd also be available to provide in-classroom support when necessary, as well as student groups and support groups for children, as well as social skills group or social emotional groups. I've worked with middle schoolers with cognitive and physical disabilities, as well as emotional and behavioral problems, providing social skills education for them. And I see that being a primary part of my role as a school social worker in your district as well. I also feel that because of my work, I'm able to collaborate well with a variety of teams. I'm used to working with several different people from several different disciplines, and I feel like I can be a good listener, and I can also be a helpful team member in providing information and insight that others may not have. I see myself being part of community outreach and talking with families and helping them realize that the school can be a resource for them. And it's not just this authority or government figure, but it's also a place that they can come for help and guidance when they need it. Because of my work in child welfare, I have dealt with families in a variety of income situations, a variety of crises and different challenges regarding household composition and abuse and neglect, financial problems, absentee parents, drug and alcohol addiction issues, and I feel that with my knowledge, I would be able to really reach out to families in a way that shows I'm not going to be judgmental, and I'm going to be able to work with them and be respectful of them and their wishes. I feel that finding what the family wants and going from there as a starting point is a key to having a successful intervention plan. Regardless of what the school is saying, we all need to be able to work together and come to collaborative goals and be able to have a successful plan. Something you may not know about me from my We Can application, I believe that my time as a child welfare social worker has really encouraged and strengthened my assessment skills and my interviewing skills. I'm able to interact with people in a variety of different circumstances, Typically, when I meet people, it's because there's a crisis or there's an allegation of maltreatment, and it's not usually the most conducive situation to building relationships. Despite that, I've been able to work with families to talk and get to know them, to find out where they're coming from, and to be able to develop a rapport so that we can come together and work toward common goals. I feel that I have insight into a variety of issues that our families deal with all the time. And because of that, I'm not afraid to have those discussions with families. I'm not afraid to approach people if we suspect something might be a struggle or a hardship for them. And I feel like I can make referrals to the community resources to help the family possibly achieve their goals or address the challenges that they might be facing at a various time. I also feel that I am able to look at things from a more global perspective. I have dealt with children in the welfare system, from investigations to foster placements to adoption. And because of that, I really understand how decisions made at one level greatly impact the family and the whole family moving forward. One decision can affect the outcome of a family entirely different. And it's really important to be able to understand that and to recognize the impact and the authority and the decision making that the school has, and what kind of result that can show for the family if we don't include them or make an attempt to include them. As a result, I feel like I'm a very good candidate for a school social worker job. I feel my child welfare experience provides me with unique perspective and insight that you just don't always have access to without having been in the child welfare field. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.